Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's talk about Skyfall.
Uh, I ran after she came and won impressively on the opening weekend. I ran her again in Class 1. I ran out of the scale, so I've got a 5-point penalty for that. But she's well. The horse to beat here is Birkin Blower, but I think my filly is well, and I think she'll take all the beating.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And who rides Skyfall?
Sandesh rides her.
Well, I've got two runners, Birkin Blower and Prenia. Both Trevor is riding. Birkin Blower winner last time,
Yes.
and he's well maintaining himself. I think he can do it again.
Yes, now first race I've got a horse called Desert Fire. I'm running him back to back from his last week. Little early for him, but I've taken a shot at the bottom weight, taking a 5 claimer with Mustaqim Alam, and I think he could make a race out of this.
So I have Kamaria running in the mile and a half, class 4. She's in better company. She's carrying a lot of weight, but she's run with better horses. She'll run a great race. I think she should do it.
Okay. And how is it looking for her fitness levels? And of course, since the last time Kamaria ran, you think she'll of course improve?
Yeah, she has improved. She ran the Independence Cup, which comes a little early in the season. And that was a 2,000 meter race. And now she's running a mile and a half, 2,400 meters. So staying is a forte, and we're going to use that to our advantage.
Okay. And who rides Kamaria?
Bhavani Singh rides Kamaria, and I hope she wins.
Okay. And who else to look out for in this particular race with Kamaria?
It's a very open race. Like I told you, there are some nice horses, but Kamaria has run with better class horses, so
Kamaria's got a good chance.
they have to beat her.
In the second race, I've got 2 horses, Royal Alamdar and Michigan. Royal Alamdar, ridden by J. Chinoy. He's just come back into form. I think the horse he has to beat is one horse only, Kamaria, who has better Bombay form than me.
Okay.
And I have another horse called Michigan, ridden by C.A. JODHA. He's still to find his paces. He's a 3-year-old. The others are older horses. So he's the only 3-year-old probably in this race.
Okay.
So he'll probably need the experience here.
So the track work seems favorable.
No, for Alamdar, yes. This one is still a little way to go.
Okay.
Mount Sinai is running Akshay Kumar. He's coming from Hyderabad. Up to now, he's not done anything. In Bombay, he ran second last. He ran here once with the apprentice boy. He ran third last, I think.
Yeah.
But after that, he walked well, and his pedigree is a long race. Because of that, I'm running a mile and a half race. He walked well, and tomorrow I think he will run a good race.
Okay. All right. And any other danger for this field?
There is 2 horses fancying in that race.
Okay.
Yeah. But he worked well. I think mile and a half, he will run different race.
First one is BRAZOS. Old man is running in his pet distance of 2,400. And I think he'll outstay all of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Who rides?
And Nikhil Parmar will ride.
How is Sandman keeping?
Well, he's keeping well. He's done well. I know he's running a little shorter distance, which is not his want. But I saw the set. I thought maybe you're not many age group races for him. So this is one of the few 5-year-old races left. And I saw this. I thought the set is not very hot. Yes, of course. I'm sure there are horses who are a little faster than him in the earlier part. But if he keeps up with the pace, then I don't think it should be too difficult, because he's better class than the horses he's running with.
So of course that means a better chance.
Yes, definitely better chance, though he's carrying top weight, and since we've had rain the last couple of days and we never know if it's going to rain again, that is the only hindrance, because carrying 61.5 and giving weight all round is not very easy.
That's right. And he's drawn well?
Yeah, he's drawn fawn, so that's not a problem. Basically, he has to just jump and, be in the mid-bunch. If he's in the mid-bunch, it'll be a good race. I think he'll run a hell of a race.
And of course the track work also looks...
Yeah, he's had one workout, which is decent. And I've just sharpened him up. Because
you probably must have given him a little break also, because he just ran.
Yes, he had a break, and I've sharpened him up because he's come back from that, coming down to a 6 from a mile. So I've just kept him a little fresh to sharpen him and keep him, sharpened.
Correct. And who rides Sandman?
Vishal Bunde rides him. I've not taken any allowance because, first of all, there are no decent allowance boys who are there, which I could have claimed 3.5 or 2.5. And Vishal knows the horse well. He gallops well in Vishal's hands. So I said, why not just give Vishal a good the ride?
Of course, of course. And anyone else to look out for? Though, of course, Sandman has a little...
No, there is CIPHER and there is that bottom horse, Silver Steps, who I'm giving weight to. So basically, these are the two horses that are there. CIPHER, though, is a bit tardy at the gate, so I don't know how that will go. And Faisal's also got DOWSABEL there, where he's taken 3.5 off. So it all depends whether he's really fancying DOWSABEL or CIPHER. We don't know. And Cognosco is there with Sandesh, but Cognosco, I think, can't, do much in A class, so I don't really think 4th class is up their alley. Even Silver Steps is also, running in A class. I don't know whether 4th class is up his alley also, but you never know. It's a race, so anything can happen.
CIPHER has been consistent. Just a bit of a worry for me. The cause of concern was recently that she was, a bit lethargic in her jump outs.
Okay.
So I hope we've overcome that. And I think she should run a very fair race out there.
How's her track?
She's fine. She's a light frame filly, kept her fresh, so she's fine.
Okay. And who rides CIPHER?
TS JODHA. Yeah.
Do you think from the last time it ran, you think CIPHER will do a better job today?
Like I mentioned, she's maintained herself, so I think she should be right there, hopefully.
Okay. Okay. And anyone else to look out for in this field?
I think I like one horse out there, SHAZAAN's horse. It's Silver Steps. I think that's the horse who, has been running quite fair races. So I think he's the one who can be. But the other horses too, but especially this one that I think. DOWSABEL, she's also been quite consistent. Unfortunately, she had a little bit of a setback. She's just come out of it. And I think she should also run a fair race.
Okay. I think it'll aid her to her benefit?
Like I mentioned, she's been quite consistent. And hopefully, I hope she puts her best foot forward. Okay. As long as either of the two win, I'll be happy.
Yes.
So that's what... Suckling. Yeah, the apprentice Suckling is riding her.
Okay.
I've got Silver Steps running in the class 4. He's a late maturing horse. He's had a late start to his career. So we are just hoping to see some improvement with every run as it comes.
Okay. And how does the track work look for him?
He's done decently well, and I think he's short of experience, and I think that's what he'll get, and he'll come up with every race.
Okay. All right. And who rides?
It's the apprentice riding, the bottom weight, P. Vinod, yeah.
Okay, and anyone else to look out for in this field?
I think it's a bit of an open field, honestly.
Okay.
I've got Esperanza. She's the only youngster in the field. She's won 2 of her 2 starts here in Pune. She's won impressively, and she now steps up in class. There are a couple of fast horses here. I think the horse over here to look out for is Rodrigo. He's won very impressively on the opening week of the season. And he's a 4-year-old. And the other horse is Cellini, but age is not on his side. She's widely drawn, and that is going to be a bit of a disadvantage. But I think that the filly has a lot of ability, and she should make amends.
And of course, that since she's won twice impressively, you think that will of course aid to her benefit.
Yes, she's matured well, and both her runs she's won very well, and she has that confidence, and she enjoys this track. So I think all these things may add to her benefit.
Then in the 4th race, I've got Rodrigo. He won on the opening day, and he's had a bit of a setback after that. He's always had a few issues, this horse, but he's come back strong now. There's Esperanza in the race. She's won 2 impressive races this season with SHAZAAN. She's the filly to beat in the race, but my horse will give her a fight.
Okay, and the track work looks.
No, he's worked well, touch wood. He's lost his coat. He's lost his coat. He's got a bit of a winter coat now, but he's well and I'm running him because of that.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Sunday the 18th September, I have a filly in the 4th race called Impermanence. Vishal Munde rides her. I think the horse Rodrigo and Esperanza can be the dangers.
Okay.
I put blinkers on my filly and she's run, out of 5 starts, she's won 2 races. She's a decent filly.
Yes.
I hope she does well.
Let's talk about Claudius. How's the prep
I
going?
have Claudius. It's his first run, but he's a really nice horse, and I think he'll run well. He will lack experience, of course, but he'll do well.
Yeah, the track looks amazing for.
His track work is good. He's done well. He's a good-looking horse, and he's well bred. So let's hope for.
And who rides Claudius?
Claudius is ridden by P.S. Chavan.
Okay.
Hawk of the Wind in the Willu Punawalla Million, who had a race last time, and I'm sure he has improved after that. And hoping him for a good race this time.
Okay.
As just Sunil rides him.
And since he's just ridden, so you think it's going to be any different this performance from the last time it ran?
He'll definitely run a better race than his last run. He ran 4th last time. I'm sure he'll run a better race. And I'm just keeping the fingers crossed and hope he comes and wins.
The fitness levels and track work, so I'm sure must be on point since it recently ran.
Yeah, the fitness is definitely going to be better than last time.
Okay. Anyone to look out for in this?
Sweet Emotion, a horse who is working well, had a run.
Okay.
So that's the horse everybody has to beat.
Then in the Willu Punawalla Million, I've got House of Lords with Joy Chinoy. He has disappointed us quite a bit with Trevor on and earlier with Sandesh. This time we have removed his blinkers and changed his training. We have reduced his work and trying something new with him. He's drawn on the outside, which I wanted, and hoping I'd get that draw. And I'm going to ride a little differently for this time. And just fingers crossed for him.
Okay, so I think these conditions seem favorable, the drawn being outside and that you've changed the
basically we don't know. See, all is keep trying, until we hit it right.
So I've got Gold Kite running the Willu Punawalla Million. That's she's a maiden. She's run only once in Chennai. Over her first start, she finished 3rd. I've given her a lot of time. She's a light frame filly, so I gave her a long break. I was planning to run her in Ooty, but under some circumstances I could not. So I brought her here and she took a little bit of time to sort of, find her bearings in Pune. So I gave her a mock race and it was impressive. So I'm just hoping that, she puts her best foot forward and, try and win the race.
Oh, lovely. Okay, and who rides?
Sandesh is riding Gold Kite, yeah. And I think the main danger would be it's a maiden's race, so it's everyone. There's no winner, so it's just that there are a couple of unraced horses, so they are unexposed of sorts. So I would imagine that it's an open field, and may the best horse win.
Okay.
5th race, I have a horse called Paris, who's running a debut run. I think in this race there are a lot of good horses. Like I heard about Sweet Emotion, Hawk of the Wind. These 2 horses. Hawk of the Wind ran a good race last time.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the horse.
Who's riding?
My horse, Paris is going to be ridden by Anthony Raj.
Okay, and since it's Pyrrhus's debut, anything specific that has been kept in mind?
She's late maturing filly. She's not right. She wasn't comfortable in Bombay.
Yeah.
Having come here, she's improved. She's doing well. She's working well. She should run a good race.
All right, let's talk about your runner, Sweet Emotion. How's it looking for the runner?
She's running for the first time. Okay. She's had a share of problems, and the last time she gave a problem at the gate. Yeah. She has improved there, and hopefully she should run a good race.
Okay, and how's the track work been, and of course the gate practice and everything?
Her last spurt has been very speedy. Okay. And there are a few horses there who are also running for the first time, like Claudius. Yes. Who has been working pretty well. Yeah. And out of the experienced, I would say House of Lords. He has gone a decent workout. So these are the 2 horses as a danger, I would see.
Danger. And how does the track work again look for Sweet Emotion? Farming well?
Yeah. She's shown a lot of speed. Yeah, so 1200 meters should suit her this time.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Then in the Villu Poonawalla Million, I've got a filly called Veronica. She ran once this season. She finished second, of course, far off behind Caitlin. Jeffrey Nagpal's filly won by 11 lengths that day. But she's come up. I'm taking a chance. It's a maiden race, and there are quite a few unraced horses in the race. I hope she runs a good race. And
Because comparatively, got a little benefit.
she's got the experience and benefit compared to those horses. Amongst the running horses, Hawk of the Wind ran last week with MALESH NARREDU, and there is House of Lords of Narendra who ran a poor race. But you never know. It's not much of a set. Hopefully she'll run a place.
Okay.
So Dangerous runs the SA Poonawalla Million. She's worked nicely. She's well prepared, and she's running after a long gap because her last start was in Bangalore in the Phillies Championship Stakes, which was in June.
Yeah.
So, but she's had enough preparatory work, and I expect her to run a good race.
You think the gap will work in favor of her? Because of course she got more time to prepare. So.
Yeah, it's not that. So actually in Bangalore, she wasn't really enjoying herself there, and she did put up a good show in Bangalore, but she was getting a little, sort of finicky, and she was getting irritable over there. So that's why I decided to bring her back to Pune. She settled down nicely. She's well within herself, and I expect her to run well.
Okay, who rides?
CS JODHA takes her ride.
And the track work also looks very favorable for her.
Yes, she's been working well. So I'm quite happy with the way she's been prepared. So no complaints.
Okay, and who's the danger you feel in this field?
I would imagine that it would be Emperor Rodrigo. He's had a start on this track, which gives him the advantage over my filly. He's got good Bombay form, and I think his preparatory race where he finished second, I thought he was a bit underdone and he needed that start. He's furnished and he's working well, so I would imagine that that's the main threat for everyone.
All right.
Emperor Rodrigo, in his first start he ran second. I think he's come on a lot for that race. He's worked really well, and he'll run with a big chance. Of course, I have ADHIRAJ's filly to beat, but then that's how it is.
That's how it is. Okay.
Then the SA Poonawalla Million, I've got a nice horse called Golden Neil. He is comparatively still a rookie compared to some of the other horses who have already run some big races. He has won his last outing running away from the field, and he's shown me that he's a good type of a horse. And I'm trying him over the mile, and I think he could make it here.
Okay.
He's being ridden by Joy Chinoy.
Anyone to look out for, sir, for this race?
The best horse on form basically is Emperor Rodrigo, and the other one which comes to mind is Dangerous. Even Great Guns to an extent, he's open class, which is a great thing.
Okay.
It's a good race. I mean, it's worth the watch for people.
It's a very big day. So, what are you looking forward to the most?
Obviously winning the race.
Yeah,
That's what everybody is looking forward to the most. He's a horse who came to me in March. He's had only one start with me. He's won well. Unfortunately, he did not have entries in any classics, and we had an option to put an entry in this race. So we have done that. He's travelled well. He's here. The Pune track is a bit tricky. It's short straight, tricky, rains, various factors. So I don't know. Horse is doing well. I'm just hoping that he runs well and wins it for us.
And who rides Kalamitsi, sir?
Srinath has ridden in his first start. Srinath has been working him. Srinath rides him.
So you think the jockey, of course, knows the runner very well?
See, this is one thing I'd like to say. Most jockeys know their horses.
Yes.
And they don't need to be told what needs to be done.
Correct.
So you just refresh their memories about the horse's habit and what they're supposed to do. They actually know what they're supposed to do. And so you just leave it to them. And what's going to happen is going to happen. I mean, it depends on how the race pans out, and just hope for the best.
Yes. And how does the track work look for Kalamitsi, sir? And you think there could be any considerable difference from the last time it ran to what it would probably do today?
See, if it was on the same track, you could say something about how you can make an assumption of how he's going to run. It's a different track, it's a different place. He's travelled well, he's eating well, he's looking well, he's cantered around well, he's done his fast work in Bangalore and he's come here.
Okay.
So everything is on track. Now he has to produce it and we have to just hope for the best.
Yes, okay. And anyone else you think could be probable danger to Kalamitsi in this race?
So I don't see. Kalamitsi is not the danger to anyone. There are other horses that have got better form and more exposure and more experience. Dangerous is the obvious horse because she's run second in the Bangalore Fillies trial. She's had enough time off and she's running this race. She's well at the weights. The second horse there is Emperor Rodrigo. Decent form, run well, so I think these are the main two horses. The other horses are also there, but I think these are the main two contenders.
Snowfall, last time she ran a second, but I wanted to. I am giving given the instruction to sit second, third, fourth, but she went to the front. Because of the front, I think she ran a bad race. And let's see, tomorrow I am giving the different instruction to sit behind and come from the behind. She worked well and she is in good form, and inshallah she will run good race tomorrow.
Okay, but anybody else apart from Snowfall who has a good chance? Or
The PESI horse is fencing in that race and ADHIRAJ horse. The two horses fencing. But I think she will run a different race tomorrow. Yeah. My princess, she won. She won last time, but that time I feel she will win very easily. But she won just
about one.
Yeah, she won. Okay. But this after that, I put a tongue strap on her. She's working also well, but a little tough race. But she will run a good race. She worked well.
That will help.
The tongue strap will help her, and I think she has a chance.
She has a chance.
Yeah.
And who else to look out for, sir, in this?
The Sundarji's horse is fencing strongly and PESI's horse in that race.
Okay, all right. And who's riding my princess?
Saklain, that apprentice boy is coming. He's riding that because I took the allowance. And let's see tomorrow.
The track work looks promising for.
She worked well, but after last workout, I'm not giving her hard work. Because she's a filly and she's not very heavy and light type of filly. Because of that, I'm not giving much work to her.
Okay.
I have Adamus running in the 7 furlong maiden. His first run with me. He's come from Hyderabad. And he's worked well, and just hoping him run a good race.
Okay, and do other conditions seem favorable, like the draw or?
No, it's fine. The draw is fine. Yash rides him. He's doing well of himself in the track walks in the morning. It's a very open race. We'll just hope for the best.
Hope for the best. And anyone else look out for apart from your own runner?
That's it.
Sierra de la Plata, yeah. So she ran her first race over here. She was a bit unlucky. And she lacked experience. She's a lot better now, and I think she'll be right there.
Okay, so you think you must have changed her routine?
No, I haven't changed anything. It's just that she's gained with the experience and that and that gives her a lot of confidence. Being a filly, she's a little timid, so she's come on for that.
Okay, and anyone else who could be a probable?
She's a good filly. It's an open race, and she's worked well. So let's hope.
Okay.
Prinya is running only for the second time in her life. First run wasn't so hot, but she has improved a bit, and I've changed equipment on her. Hopefully, she does better this time.
How is it looking for Prinya? The track work
Track work is fine. She's worked well, but her last run was not too good. It was okay. She can only improve from there.
Then the 7th race, I have a filly called Starry Spirit. I have put a pair of blinkers on her with ADHIRAJ. I think there's a horse called Sierra del Plaza. That's the horse to beat.
In the 7th, I have got Mighty Thunder. He's still very backward. He will have to find his own class. This class is much superior to him. Ridden by Mustaqim Alam.
Next one is Mufasa, who we've tried him over. His pedigree shows that he's got a lot of speed, but he's not done very well over sprint races. So we're trying him over a little longer trip now. Let's see how he runs in the 1400.
How do you think the track work is looking for?
They're okay. Nothing great. Track work is okay.
All right. Yeah. And anyone else to look out for, sir, in this?
No, it's a tough race. It's a very tough race. I don't think I have any chance. We are just probing what distance he needs.
the 1400.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I hope so.
The last race I've got 12th. He's my own horse. I mean, it's a joke because I've been running him nearly every week now. But he ran last week. He finished a decent fourth. It's a 4 years old and over race and A class. I've put my claimer on again, Vinod, and he'll run with a chance. He'll run with a chance.
Now that, of course, he's got a good bit of experience at the Pune tracks, I'm sure it'll be of a big benefit.
Yes, he's finished second and then he's finished fourth. He's been hitting the frame, so he'll run close. He'll run close, hopefully.
And anybody else to look out for apart from 12th?
It's basically a 15-horse field. I'm drawn 11. It'll be the run of the race in these big fields on the Pune track. You never know.
Correct. And who rides 12th?
My apprentice, Vinod, they claim 5 of him.
Okay, all right. Okay.
The last race, I've got bold advance. Let's see. I'm trying something new with her, which if it works, probably...
There are almost 2 runners who you've literally tried something new and...
Let's see. I'm trying something new with her and let's see how it works.
Okay, and anyone to look out for in this race?
No, nothing really, nothing. Yeah.
In the last race, I have a horse called Capfrilla.
Yes.
He's
seasoned.
Yeah, he's a seasoned horse. Yeah. He's a 4-year-old, but he's
got quite a good run,
Got a bad reputation, if I say so. Yeah. He was withdrawn last time. Yeah. Every season once he gets withdrawn. So I've mended his habits to an extent. Let's hope he takes a jump and runs well.
Okay.
This Vishal Munde rides him.